Oh my God. It has been a very, very, very long time since I've done one of these videos. It's felt like forever, to be honest. I've sort of been thinking about it in the last few weeks, getting back to making these videos and, with Christmas and New Year's, and I haven't even made a video since then. So, Merry Christmas to you guys. I know it's late, and also Happy New Year, all that good stuff. Yeah, I have not made a video since then. I think it was like maybe late November the last time I made a video. It was towards the start of the season. I was talking about how good the Warriors were. Everyone knows that sort of changed in that sort of time. Yeah, there's been a lot happening. So basically today, I really don't have a plan for this video. So I'm basically just going to go on and ramble about everything that's going on in the league at the moment, what is working for some teams, what isn't working. First and foremost, I think I better touch on the elephant in the room, which is the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are far and away the best two teams in the league, and it's not really arguable. You can sort of put the Celtics in that conversation, but because they're 7 games back, and I've seen days of the Celtics where they've completely just stopped working. When Tatum's not playing well, when Brown's not playing well, it quickly drops, and they're record-wise so far away from these other two teams that I'd just see it as there's two teams. There's the Cavs out east and OKC's out west. Literally what it looks like right now. If neither of those teams end up making the NBA Finals, to be honest, I'll be very surprised. OKC ran Cavs off the floor the other day. A couple of weeks prior, the Cavs ran them off their home floor. So the home ground advantage is definitely there. Both teams have played each other at their home stadiums, and both have won at their own stadiums. To see a 7-game series of these two teams, I think would be the best thing for basketball. Two new up-and-coming teams, young talent, they got so much to show. Even though they are a young team, they also have the experience with Donovan Mitchell, the experience with OKC from having a couple of playing games, couple of playoff berths. They have a little bit of experience, but not a whole lot. We all know when it comes to playoff time, how you use up here is leaps and bounds different in a playoff series compared to the regular season. Regular season, you can just rock up and say, I want to play basketball, and just start shooting the ball. Whereas with the playoffs, you've got to think about every possession, every defensive trip down the floor, just everything needs to work. So those two teams, they're still young. They might still have things to work out, and for all we know, they could get the better of them, say, against the Milwaukee Bucks, who have been there and done that. Celtics, been there and done that. A month ago, I would have said the Warriors out west, but I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, so they're playing well, top of the league by a fair margin. A couple of other stories that I can sort of think of. The Detroit Pistons have impressed me this year. Leaps and bounds better than they were last year. I think I heard on a broadcast a couple of weeks ago that they've already won more games this season than they did last season, and it's only January. So they're playing really well. It's good to see. Cade Cunningham's an absolute bowler. I think we all sort of knew this, putting up triple-doubles, scoring in high clips. Their pickups, Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr., although they have their nights where some nights, Malik could go out and stink it up and shoot 0 for 7 from the floor, he also is that spark plug to where he can shoot 6 for 7 from the floor in a night. So, and Tim Hardaway Jr., we all know how good he is behind the 3-point line. They're playing out of their minds. It's great to watch. One of my favourite teams to watch this season so far. They just bring energy. Jaden Ivey, I know he's missed some time, but Jaden Ivey is really good to watch, and I enjoy watching him every night. And they've just continued to perform, and it's been really good for the rest of the league. A couple of teams down the bottom, the Brooklyn Nets. I don't really have anything to say about the Brooklyn Nets. I honestly don't think I've watched a Brooklyn Nets game since the Dennis Schroeder trade. The Dennis Schroeder trade, which I haven't even spoke about on this channel, which is how far away I've been for so long. Ever since Dennis got traded, the Brooklyn Nets have just looked full tank job. They traded for D'Lo, as we all know. But D'Lo's minutes have been weird. There's some nights where D'Lo's gone out with an injury. He's just gone back to the locker room and not played the rest of the game. They're just fielding G League players most nights. Like, I think they're just on a Cooper Flag job. To be completely honest, that's what it looks like. I think that's what most of the media is seeing from them. They're not really going out of their way to try and win games. And if my knowledge serves me correctly, I had a look before and they were getting pumped by like 20 points by the Bucks in the first quarter. No, they got pumped by the Thunder by 26 points today. So they really don't look good. Nothing to really say about them. They're going for the overall draft pick, so can't hate on them, to be honest. I don't think anyone really saw them doing much anyway. They were an exciting team at the start of the year. You had like Keon Johnson come up, had a couple of good games. Dennis Schroeder was playing one of the best seasons of his career, of course, until he got traded to the Warriors. And he's done, I don't know what at the Warriors so far, but anyway. Moving on from that, I got a lot of things to say about the Warriors, if you can't already tell. It's kind of just like really annoying me at the moment. The Washington Wizards came to Golden State yesterday, played a good game. Jordan Poole sort of did what Jordan Poole probably wanted to do at Golden State, is just ball out. He had 38 points, couldn't get the win. Somehow we pulled it off. No Draymond for an extended period of time. No Kuminga, which has really hurt us. And Steph somehow pulled it out. Wiggins had a 30-point game. Getting a 30-point game out of Wiggins is something you do not see very often. There's just, a lot of stuff going on. The Warriors, ever since I made that video, literally I think I made it at the peak of our win streak when we were like 13-3. Ever since I made that video, we are like 17-6. So I don't know if it was my fault particularly. I don't want to be blamed for anything that happened in that stretch. I think I made it after we beat Boston. I know we play Boston again next week, and it would not surprise me if Boston absolutely run us out the building. We made the Dennis Schroeder trade. I was really high on the Dennis Schroeder trade, if I'm being honest. I thought he was going to come in, he'll come off the bench, and he'll be super effective in those bench minutes with some of those other guys like your Kumingas, your Lindy Waters, your Guy Sant. I'm going to be honest. Stop the Guy Santos minutes. He's made a couple of hustle plays every now and again. And then other than that, I watched the other night him against, who was it? I forgot who we were playing. But every time they drove to the rack, Guy would foul, Guy would give them a wide open layup, and we'd go up the offensive side of the ball. He is just nothing on the offensive side of the ball. I think he's maybe hit like 2 jump shots in all the minutes that he's gotten over these last half a dozen games. I thought watching the Lindy Waters minutes was bad until he stepped on the court. No disrespect to him. Really, love watching you guys be able to hoop out and follow their dreams and such. But it's just hard to watch sometimes. He looks completely out of sorts on the court. Doesn't know where to be, where to go. He doesn't work into the system. Has nothing to do with any of the split actions or pin downs that we run on the offensive side of the ball. So it's really hard to watch him try and commit to our system when he really isn't cut out for it. Since I made the video last, the Bucks have turned it around. Bucks are now the 3 seed or the 4 seed. When I made my last video, I think they were the 12th seed and looking awful. Giannis is back to MVP caliber form. Dame's playing all-star level, should get the nod. The 76ers, they're a whole nother video. I'll worry about them in a few days' time, hopefully. I do want to touch on the 76ers and everything that's happening in that situation. Because you Philly fans, I've been told a lot of things about Philly fans, but I'm not going to voice on it because I really don't know too much about it. But you guys are suffering at the moment. it's hard to watch Philadelphia basketball. I don't know what it is, even if they have PG, Embiid, and Maxey all on the floor, it's just still hard to watch. Embiid is having the worst season of his career. Even if he steps onto the floor this year for the maybe 10 games that he has stepped onto the floor, he's been awful. I don't think he scored over 30 points in a game this season. And when he's on the floor, he just looks like he's clogging up the floor and going after his fouls as he does and stuff of that nature. But I'll leave that for another video. As I said, there's so many things I could talk about with the Phillies situation because it's really hard. Out west, a couple of teams, Denver's turned it around like we thought they would. Shout out Russell Westbrook, bro. I can't, I'll be honest, it's good to see Russ playing good basketball again because the Clippers day, he looked okay for the Clippers, but really ever since he left Houston, he's been... Actually, no, I'll stop that disrespect. When he was at Washington, he was putting up crazy numbers at Washington. After Washington, as soon as he went to the Lakers, downhill, we thought, here's the decline of Russell Westbrook. He's not going to do anything. He's just going to drift off like a lot of vets do. Went to the Clippers, saw a little bit of resurgence here and there, but there was nothing too major to a point where, you could really voice too much of an opinion on it. Now he's at Denver. He was playing so good off the bench for them that they've put him in the starting lineup with Jamal Murray. They're literally just running 2-1 guards and just saying, F it, let's do it. Thrown him in there. He's getting back to his triple-double form, extending his lead on his teammate Nikola Jokic for the most triple-doubles, even though I don't think there's much of a chance that Russ holds that title for the extent of Jokic's career because it seems like every other night Jokic had another triple-double tonight. So, for the extent of his career, he's going to hold that triple-double crown, at least until Jokic gets further along in his career. But it's been good to watch. Good to see Brody playing good basketball again. He's an exciting player to watch. Just saw him the other night rocking the baby against his former team. Just good basketball to watch. The Denver Nuggets are supposed to be fun to watch. Although I'm not a massive fan of watching Jamal Murray at the moment. Jamal's kind of very up and down with the way that he's playing. Some nights he had a 30-piece the other night, and there's some games where he sits on the bench for the whole fourth quarter because they want to play Russ instead. So there's a lot of things going on at the moment. I'm going to get many more videos out to you guys. I really need to. New year, I'm back. The videos aren't done yet. I tried to start my YouTube Shorts series, stat line of the day. Really need to get back into that. I think I might actually jump on and make one today because I promised a short every day and I did it one day, waited another 2 weeks and then did it again, and that has been it. So I have been really slack. I'm going to try and get back into it while I've got some time on my hands now that I had my birthday pass. So I was, off having fun for my birthday. Christmas, we all know how Christmas is. It's a busy time for absolutely everyone. Everyone deserves a break over the Christmas period too. So I had myself a bit of a break. And now I should be back into it. So videos will be coming back. Try and get some quiz videos back in the next few weeks or so. See if I can work that out. I need to reset my OBS and stuff because I've done a couple of things to my computer. So I need to reset that. And yeah, get my shorts out. Going to get these longer videos out now. I'm going to start to make videos on all the things that I've missed out on over the past few weeks, catch up on it, and then slowly get back to regular recap videos. All-Star Weekend's about a month away, so that'll be good fun to watch. I'll be making videos and that sort of thing, but other than that, that's all I really have for today. If you guys enjoyed liking, subscribing, all the good stuff, I am back. I'm going to try and be consistent for you guys, so you subscribers, bear with me. I'll be back as soon as possible. We're going to keep these videos rolling again. New year. Let's get it going. 2025. And other than that, I will see you guys hopefully in a few days, or on my YouTube short if you guys tune into that I'll make later on for today. Yeah, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.